Namaste, good morning. We welcome you all for the second day of our 34th year anniversary of the Uttar San Antonio. We welcome you again. So today morning we did the Abhishekams to Navagrahas and also Hanuman. We just completed the Homam. So we are all coming here with full energy of Shiva. And we are going to listen to the Swamiji's second part of discourse. Before that, I'm requesting Dr. Kashinath Garu to garland to Swamiji here. To introduce Swamiji for today's discourse.
Namaste, good morning everyone. Since we are running 10 minutes late, I'll make the introduction of Swamiji very brief. And you all heard the introduction by Rajendra Bhai yesterday. Swami Ishwarananda is from Tustin, California, Chenmaya Mission. And the one interesting thing about Swamiji, because during the last anniversary, Swamiji gave the Zoom presentation. And in fact, he has the knack of attracting the devotees. More than devotees, the devotee minds, because as you all know, the mind is like a monkey. So, if you want to bring the attraction, then you need to tell little stories. I remember the story he talked about coming to the temple with a clean mind, going to Annapurna Hall and getting dukkham freely. And thank you, Swamiji, for telling us how the Sukham and Dukkham are so close, and it is almost like the coin, head and tail. So, Swamiji has given several lectures on the on Vedanta, and this is a continuation of the last lecture, that is Steps to Eternal Happiness through Vedanta philosophy. I will ask Swamiji some questions so he can connect where we stopped yesterday. Swamiji said that Atma Sukham. Does Atma has Sukham and Dukkham? Thank you.
When somebody else is talking, I don't disturb. We'll start with the Vedanta. Hari Gun Gao, Hari Naam Gao. Hari Gun Gao, Hari Naam Gao. Hari Gun Gao, Hari Naam Gao. Hari Gun Gao, Hari Naam शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिविद्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। How many of you were not there yesterday? Okay. So I cannot repeat what I said yesterday. Just be you. So yesterday we saw the importance of knowing more than what we already know. And the source of knowledge, Vedaha, and that is something which we need to read, contemplate, understand, and imbibe in our life. A question was asked, what is Atma Sukham? Atmanaha Sukham asti va nasti va? Is there joy or sorrow in Atman? No. Atman is Atman, according to English, Atman. No, you have to woman also. Atman word is a Napumsakalinga, it's non-neuter. Atmana Sukham Anandam. Anandam Brahme Divyajanat. Anandatyeva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante. Anandena Jatani Jivanti. Anandam Priyanti Abhisamvishanti. Atmana Sukham Anandam iti kathate. Sukham, when you say, it has opposite Dukkham, as we saw yesterday. But Ananda has no opposite at all. Atma Sukham Anandam. You cannot say Ananandam. It's a name. Anand, jo hai, what is there is, doesn't have anything opposite. Now, if I ask you, why do you want to be happy? What is your answer?
No.
The answer is, I don't want to be unhappy.
I want to be blissful.
Huh?
I don't want to be happy, I want to be blissful.
You don't want to be happy?
Blissful.
Oh, blissful. Okay, but call it as bliss. So, you cannot say the reason why you want to be happy. Why you want to be happy? There's no reason. So, happiness is not said to be something which needs to be acquired from outside. Our nature is joy. But whenever we deviate from that, we become unhappy. That's what it is. It's like when you take a bowl of water and then start boiling it, it goes to a certain temperature. When you leave it itself, it will come down to the room temperature or even below, because that is its nature. Similarly, our nature is Ananda. Whenever we move away from it, we are unhappy about it. Some 8 hours back, where were you? All of you. Sleeping. Right? Were you happy there or not? In that state of Sushupti. slumber. None of us would say, I slept and I was very unhappy about it. So when we are in the state of sleep, nothing contributed to our happiness. No people were there, thank God. I was not interacting with anybody, I was not eating or sleeping, I was not walking or talking or eating or none of those. So none of the organs of our action or the indriyas were not functional. I was not seeing, I was not smelling, nothing. I was not even thinking, I was not even emoting, I was not even feeling. Then, without all that thing, what were you? Happy. Not only you are happy, others are also happy that you are sleeping. One person asked me this question. Swamiji, why do they put RIP when a person dies? Rest in peace. What does it mean? That means when he went away, rest of the people are in peace. That's what it's called. Rest in peace. So nobody would say that I slept and I'm unhappy. So what contributed to that joy there? Nothing. Meaning what? My nature is Anand. Anandam Brahmeti Vichana. Brahmanaha Swarupam Anand. Nature of Brahman is Anand. That's what we are. And whenever we move away from it, we tend to become restless, agitated, unhappy, and we would like to come back to our state. And since we do not know how to come back to our own state by ourselves, we need an external help. When the mind is disturbed by anything, it wants to get back to the nature of the self, but it does not know how to come back home. In fact, animals are much more sensitive about that. If you have, let us say, a dog at home, and you take him away from your home and put it in 2 streets away, he will come back. Isn't it? One person was so annoyed by the dog that he had. It was a pet of his wife. And he wanted to really get rid of it. But he would not do that because his wife will be very upset about it. And she went back to India, for a visit. That's the time. So he took the dog and went 2 streets away and put it there and came back. Before he came back, it was already there. He said, this is not going to work out. So he went to the nearest to the ocean, left it there and came driving home. By the time he reached home, within an hour it was back. Now he is very troubled. Now what do I do now? He decided one weekend, he took the dog, went to a deepmost forest, left it there. He did not know how to come back home. So he followed the dog. Our nature is Anand. Whenever we move away from it, we feel agitated, disturbed. And we do not know how to get back to our nature. Therefore, we take all other external things through the sense organs, sense objects or any other means to discover that happiness, and by mistake we think those things that we are pursuing, they are the source of happiness. They are only catalyst, not the cause. You know the difference between a catalyst and the cause, right? As I said yesterday, when we are, let us say that Rasgulla I want to eat, the Rasgulla does not have a joy content at all. It only has milk, sugar and water. Which is happiness for you? Sugar? I'll give you a lot of sugar. It's a combination of it which gives a notion that's the source of joy. But if you remember what I said yesterday, when you squeeze remember again and again every day. Smaran karo uske bare mein. What happens? Yesterday those who were there, tell me what happened.
A cockroach.
A black cockroach came out. Whenever you look at, now I am telling you, brainwashing you, whenever you look at their Rasul, there comes the black cockroach. So when you have this thought of Rasulullah with cockroach, next day when you look at it, it will not become a source of joy for you. Why? Because of the experience. We make this point clearly in your mind. Whenever that you have a negative experience of an object, even if it is joyful for all others, it will not be for you. Therefore, what creates a notion of happiness is not the object, but your notion about that object. Your idea about that object. Your vasana about that object. Your experience about that object. If the experience is negative, the very same thing which everybody would like it, you won't. Does it not happen? For example, I don't like eggplant. In whichever form you give. Bhagavan also says it. Even when Bhagavan says that I don't like it, he says, Gadir Bharta. Bharta is, I don't like it. Bengal ka Bharta. I remember that. So when you don't like something because of your past experience, etc., even if it is liked by everybody around you, but you won't touch it. So the object by itself is not a source of happiness. It is the way you look at it. How many of you want iPhone 15 Pro? I think 15 has come right now.
14.
14 Pro. How many of you like? How many are happy? Now the shopkeeper who has the plenty of that 514 Pro, does he like it or not? He wants to get rid of it. He cannot keep stock of it. Because even though it is liked by everybody, he says, let me get rid of it as quickly as possible. Why? Because for him the money that he gets out of the sale is more important than the phone. So don't tell me, is 14 Pro is a source of happiness or not? To whom? To the shopkeeper it is not. Or you go to a jewelry store, you go crazy looking at all the variety. That fellow says, take anything you want, please get rid of it. Why? For him the money is important. For the money he can buy something else which he likes. Now where is that happiness? You go to a restaurant, you like to order so many things, no doubt that fellow wants to get rid of the stock. Everywhere it is. What I have is what you like. What you have is what I like. That is how the whole world functions. So the liking or happiness that you project upon an object becomes a source of your happiness, you think. It is actually not. It is only stopping your mind getting agitated before getting it. What was agitated? When you got it, you have the notion of, now I got it, and mind is quiet. In that quietude of the mind, in that mind being closer to the self, you discover the inherent happiness within you in the quiet mind. That's why when people say, when I come to this temple, Swamiji, I feel so happy. Okay. Pockets of happiness is like there on the top of this building, and then it gets on your head. No, your mind is tuned to this. And therefore, when all other agitations that you have in your mind, when you are at home, you come here, you are able to tune to the Lord, and mind becomes quiet, thinking about the Lord. And there you find, you bring your teenage boy. And he is also next to you only. And you are doing namaskaram and bhajan in the Guru. When are we going to go away from here? Why? His mind is not due to that. He wants to go to the soccer game and then play there. There you get agitated. Not soccer game, football. My God. They head-to-head collide there like this. And in that he finds happiness, you feel miserable. The variety in this world very clearly shows that the variety is necessary for various kinds of people liking various kinds of things. Not that all of us have the same notion of happiness in all the things that we see. I like few things, you like few other things. What I like, you don't. What you like, I don't. So this notion of happiness in Sanskrit it is known as Shobana Adhyasa. Adhyasa means projection, superimposition. Shobana means this notion of joy. Each one of us are projecting our notions of happiness on various things in the world, and we therefore pursue them, and when we get it, our mind is quiet. In that small fraction of the moment of quietude of the mind, you come to discover the inherent blissful joy which is already there, and you attribute that to the object. Early morning coffee. Isn't it? Coffee. The mind goes on and on, coffee. Coffee, I want coffee. And that fellow takes the coffee, hot coffee. First sip, that's all, over. It's kept there. And that fellow gets cold. You are sitting there. That wanting the coffee is given. Over. The mind is given. Now they sit there. Or breakfast. It goes to the next one. So our mind is continuously seeking its own pursuits, its own wanting again and again and again. As and when you give, quiet, again it gets disturbed. That's why mind is called monkey. Monkey baat hai. The nature of monkey is what? Continuously jumping. From one to another, keeps going. It never stays in one place. And only place when, or only time when it becomes quiet, then you go to sleep. Sound sleep. Sleep for you, sound for others. That's called sound sleep. And when your mind is no more doing here and there, not disturbed, not agitated. So, Swamiji, therefore you are saying, all of us go to sleep. Is that what you are saying? To find the happiness? No, it proves. The sleep only proves that your nature is joy. And we cannot remain sleeping there because our nature of prakriti, our prakriti will start waking us up again. Yeah, come on, get in. Get into the world. Do the things. Even as you are sleeping for 8 hours or 9 hours, etc., your nature or the vasanas will wake you up. You need not have to have an alarm for that. Your nature will wake you up because your desires are still there. And then, therefore, the mind will wake up and start again. Bhagavan Shankaracharya beautifully says, Mano yavidya bhavavantahesuhu yasmin vinashte sakalam vinashtam vijrumbidesmin sakalam vijrumbate nahyasya vidya manaso vyatirikta. Other than the mind, there is nothing called ignorance. Mano yavidya bhavavantahesuhu. That is a cause for bondage. Tasmin vinashte. When the mind is not there, sakalam vinashtam. And nothing is there. Vijrumbidesmin. When he wakes up, sakalam vijrumbate. When the mind wakes up, you also wake up. And all the things that you want to pursue because you have postponed it. Previous day you wanted to continue something, but because of tiredness of the body, you said tomorrow. And whatever you have postponed to tomorrow, it will wait for you to wake up and start. So also happens when you go to that day also. When we have unfulfilled desires and we leave this physical body, that becomes the cause for the next birth. Whatever you have unfinished, and you physically leave this physical body with that unfinished business, that becomes the cause for the next birth. So therefore, Atma Sukham Anandam. Anadi Anandam. That nature is beginningless, endless. Because it is beyond the concept of time. That's the reason why when you sleep also, how long you slept, how do you know? Tell me. Unless you know when you went to sleep and when you woke up. Is it not? How long you slept? I don't know. If you have not recorded when you went to sleep and you only woke up, let's say 6 o'clock in the morning, and you say, how long you slept? I don't know when exactly I went to sleep. Or when you don't have a clock at all, when you wake up, how long you slept? I don't know. Because at that point of time, when you are with your own self, there is nothing called time which will restrict you. That is the nature of Ananda. That is the nature of Atma. So Atma Sukham Anandam. Vishaya Sukham eva Sukham iti katyate. What is called as Sukham, as we talked about yesterday, is born out of sense contact. Yehi samsparshaja bhogaha dukkayonaya evate adyantamanta kaunteya nateshwaramate vitaha. Men of wisdom do not get caught up in that. Because they know it's only a catalyst. It's only a means. So then Vedo Nityamadhyam, as we started yesterday, Bhagavan Shankaracharya continues to say that Atma Ichcha Vyavasiyata. Cultivate the desire to find that greatest bliss that is already inherently there with you. And that pursuit is what is called spirituality. To go towards your own self. To be with your own self. It doesn't mean you want to escape from the world. It doesn't mean that. Please understand that. By saying that you go towards your own self does not mean you start hating the world. Mityatvam janiyat. Understand the temporariness of the world. Then, even when you are in the world, you will not have any issue with either fighting with the world or possessing it. Otherwise, the Jivan Muktas who have realized the nature of the truth, they would not be able to live here. Is it not? Moksha does not mean death. Huh? Otherwise, nobody will go for it. Many people don't even know what the moksha really means. One place when I was finishing lecture, and then I came out, and one person came to me and said, Swamiji, all that said and done, I want you to give me moksha. That's all I want. Oh, very good. Tell me what is moksha. Whatever it is, give me. You don't even know what you want. Moksha does not mean death. In usual terms, that's what is moksha prapta ho gaya. Meaning what? Died. Death is not moksha. Death is a physical body's exit of the physical body. That is to go to the next one. Gurudev used to ask my Swami Ishwarananda, let us say after finishing this lecture, you are hearing, where do you go? Where do you go? From here. Anakshetra. Is it not true? Where? Because your immediate joy is there only. Even now, some of them are thinking. I think after Swami is already 7:45. How long he will go on? Your mind is already there. And you saw also. Puliyodare being taken away into the from that home, you have already had an eye on that. In the same way, as much as you are sitting here thinking about it, or as soon as you finish this, you go there, because your desire is to enjoy that, so too when the physical body is quit, your Atman or the Sukshma Sharira will go towards its next pursuit, next state of enjoyment. It takes another physical body to further continue. Punarabijananam, punarabimaranam, punarabijanani jatare shaya. Iha samsare bahudustari, kripaya pari pahi. Angam galidam validam mundam dasana vihinam jatam tundam. Vruddho yadi grihitva dandam tatapi na munchati asha. Physical body is old, nailed. It is no more having any ability to pursue physically, even walk, holding on to a stick and walking about. But even as the physical body is old, senile, tired, exhausted, weak, mind, I'm telling you, mind never gets old. Mind never gets old. Only the body gets old. Let us say somebody is 70 years old. Anybody 70 plus years? Okay, by hook or crook, you are given a 25-year-old body. What do you do? Now when you are with a 70-year-old physical body, you feel tired, exhausted, pain, sitting you cannot get up you cannot sit down. Because we are so strongly identified with the physical body and therefore we feel old. Not that you are old, your body is old and mind is constantly thinking about the old body. Therefore you feel old. The moment I give you the 20-year-old body, then what happens? To the mind. Tell me. I get married again. Arey Baba, don't make the mistake again once more. And so physical body, when it has become young, then what? The mind becomes young again. Body alone gets old. The nature of deha is shirnatvat shariram idikatyate. Because it goes to constantly decay. Dahana deha. Because it is subject to be burned. Mind? No. Mind definitely doesn't get old. It is the same mind that you have now. Is the same mind that goes to the next life and continues its journey of pursuing happiness. That's why Bhagavan Shankara said, Punarabijananam, Punarabimaranam. Samsara never leaves. You become samsari again, you become somebody who is very sorry again. Samsari. Because you went behind samsari. So, samsara swapnatulyo hi ragatveshari sattvaha. Joys and sorrows, likes and dislikes, this is what is called samsara. The very word samsara means samyat sarati sada iti samsara. Continuously moving. So, mind never gets old. Until it reaches its final destination of discovery of the self, mind is constantly on a journey. That's why Atma Ichcha Vyavasiyata. Therefore, cultivate the desire to discover the self. Then immediately says, Nijagrahat Turnam Vinirgamyana. From your abode, get out. Meaning, your identification with this is me, that you come out. Nijagraha. Nijagraha means Atmagraha. Ahankara Grahat Vinirgamyana. I mean, what is Ahankara? Ahankara is you left behind there. Whichever car you came, that is Ahankara. But that car you left behind, BMI or whatever, BMI means big money wasted. So BMW, sir. This is BMI, that is BMW. This car called BMI, body-mind intellect, that you carry all the time, isn't it? Even as you are left your other car there, this car called Ahankar goes on. The mind's nature is identification. Ahankarasya vigneyaha tadatmena hi jayate. The nature of ahankar is constant identification with one thing or the other. Without that it cannot stay. Only time when it discards that is when you go to sleep. At that time there is no ahankar. Why? Because nothing to hold on to. And again morning, picks up. First thing comes out is ahankar. Man. See, you might have not had your food previous night and gone to sleep. You would have slept well. The moment you wake up, you will be hungry. Is it not true? Until then. Because the identification with the body has been temporarily discarded, therefore the hunger of the physical body is not known. As soon as the mind wakes up, I am hungry. Suddenly you remember, I didn't eat anything yesterday. Alright, that's what you were there in the past 6 hours also. No, I don't even know that. Or you would have fought with your wife previous night and went to sleep. Next morning, freshly. She did this. She said this to you. Until then you were at peace and she was also at peace. Now you are peaceless. People ask me, Swamiji, how do I get peace of mind? I said, first of all, don't keep the mind in pieces. The mind is continuously distracted and identification starts with the body, with your problems or with the profession, with this and that. And the mind goes into so many fragmentations. So, therefore, Swagrihat Purnam Vinegamyata. Slowly understand the physical body as something, as a house which you live, but you can leave also. You are going to live at some point. But even when you are living in this physical body, recognize it is only a temporary place where you are given a place to exist and work. That is all it is meant for. And take care of it. But don't think it is you. Dehinosmin yada dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tata dehantara praptihi dhiraha tatra na mohyati. This physical body itself has gone through so many changes. Think about when you were 5-year-old, how cute you were. Now you are acute. How you are not even bothered about your physical body. You are running around with so much of energy. But the same you only in this physical body now. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara. Body goes through all these conditions, but you, the one who was there at that age when you were 5-year-old, the same you are joyful, happily you are moving about, not bothered about, the same you only. No. That's why Bhagavan Shankara says, Balastavat Krida Sakta. When you are young, when you are a child, you are all only interested in play, game. Tarunastavat Taruni Sakta. When you are young youth, between cocktail and ponytail, and Vriddhastavat Chinta Sakta. What is called old age? Chinta. I should not have married this person. I should not have come to this country. I should have taken this profession. Chinta. That is called old age. Parame Brahmani Gopina Sakta. Nobody thinks about its own self, one's own self. So this physical body definitely is getting old every moment. By the time you finish this lecture, you are 1 hour closer to death. Do you know that? Swami, don't say such things. Whether I say it or not, that's the truth. That's why we don't come to satsang at all. You're telling me making me feel bad. So in this satsanga, we give bitter truth. That's why at the end you will get some sweets. You have to go home with reality. Every one of us are journeying towards our own end only. Physical body is going to go somewhere. Jadasya dhruva mrityu. The nature is that. But how well you utilize utilize this physical body to recognize and realize the self in the human existence is the privilege that is given to us. And if we don't use it, that is called suicidal existence. This human body as a human body is given a great privilege that is given to us. Manushyatvam, mumukshutvam, mahapurusha samshrayata. Durlabam trayameva etat. Deva anugraha hetutam. It is because of the grace of the Lord we have become human being, and as a human being we are given the opportunity to learn, excel, discover, realize and release ourselves. Bad. We don't do anything other than kava, pivo, mojo, bas. Pina kana sona. I call it a Picasso. What we do every day. Pina kana sona. I think this physical body as human beings meant for a great purpose. Parama Purushartha. Moksha Purushartha. That is what we are supposed to do. But by the time we realize we are already 60, 70. Agle janam mein dekhenge bhai. Next to the Hindus, that has a great kind of, they have a great benefit. Next is life, we will see that. I say, okay, even previous month you did the same thing. Here and now, whether you are 60 or 80 or 10, 90, try. What is to be tried? Understand the ahankar, which is constantly engaging in identifying with one thing or the other. That is the culprit. And recognize this physical body as a vehicle and continue to engage in discovery of your own self. That is why it said, Sangas Satsu Vidiyata. Engage in satsang, sadhu sangha. Bhagavato bhaktir dridhadiyata. Bhaktir dridhadiyata. In that Lord, strengthen your love for Him. Because the Bhagavan here represents yourself, your blissful self, your joyful self. Whenever you look at the Bhagavan, look at that not as an external form, but it is representing what you are really. Look at that as a mirror reflection of yourself, a blissful presence. Don't look at it as a stone, don't look at it as a form, but look at it as the formless, nameless, eternal, everlasting, blissful, your own being. If you look at the Lord in that way, you cannot but love. Because nobody really stop loving oneself. Anytime do you stop loving yourself? Even a person who is ready to commit suicide, actually he loves himself. That's why he is ready to commit suicide. Why? I cannot live with this problem. I love myself. I want to get rid of this body. Every one of us are in constant self-love, and that is represented by the Lord there. Therefore, Parama Prema Rupa Bhakti. Narada Bhakti Sutra, first statement he says, Ato Bhaktim Vyakya Syamana. What is Bhakti? Parama Prema Rupa. Of the supreme love. So when you look at the Lord in front of you, whether it is Narayana there, Venkatesha there, Shiva or Hanuman or Ganapati or Muruga, whatever, look at that form as none other than representing your own blissful self. Then there is no problem which form you are worshiping. Otherwise you keep on fighting. Vaishnavite, Shaivite. No need for all this. So that's therefore Sangas Satsu Vidiyadam Bhagavato Bhakti Dridha Shritoshnadi Visakhitam. Bear all the inconveniences of life. That's only towards the body only. And the mind must ever get united, stay united with the Lord. And that very nature of the mind, when it identifies completely with the Lord. Bhagavan says, Mayyeva mana adasva mayi buddhim niveshya nivasasya Shivashasya Mayi Eva Ada Urdvam Na Samshaya. If you keep your mind and intellect in me, thereafter you live in me alone, there is no doubt about this. We always doubt. Nature is doubt. Samshayatma Vinashriti. So when we have total faith in what Bhagavan has said in Gita, or the Hindu Upanishad, what they say, or Bhajagovindam and such other texts where Mahatmas have revealed us the truth, when we come to realize that as our purpose of life, then the great journey begins towards bliss, to that ultimate happiness. And spirituality is directing to us the eternal joy, not temporary ones. And even as you go through the temporary joy, you know the temporariness, you don't reject it, you go through it, and you know that it is going to end, you don't worry about it. It is there, it is there. It is not there, it doesn't matter. Whereas I am seeking to the highest joy, the temporary ones, Adama, Paino, Anitya, Kamtidikshasva, let them go. So, not only you enjoy your own joy, peaceful, joyful mind, because of your presence, others also enjoy it. That's why he said, are you finding that people are happy wherever you go or? Whenever you go. We should gain that inner joy. Wherever we go, we should give only joy. That is possible only when we discover inner joy. That's why Atma Sukha Ananda. May the Lord's blessings be with you all to discover the inherent happiness. Continue to pursue the great knowledge which lead you to greatest devotion. Knowledge and bhakti are not two different things. The highest jnana is devotion. Because one falls in love with the great Lord who is within and without. Andar bhagischadar sarvam vyapya narayana stitaha. Inside and outside, He alone is there. So once that knowledge comes, you cannot but love everyone, everything. So there is no real distinction between, for a jnani, there is no distinction between jnana and highest jnana is bhakti only. Jnani, Bhagavan says, I love all the devotees, no doubt. Chaturvida vajante mam jana sukridinojana artho jignasur attarthi jnani cha paradashva tesham jnani nityayuktaka eka bhaktir vishishyate priyo hi jnanino atyartam aham sacha mama priya. Jnani is actually the greatest devotee because he discovered the oneness and the love for himself is extended towards everyone. Such is the nature of this spiritual knowledge. May the Lord's blessings be with you all. Continue to have constant satsanga. Nowadays YouTube and everything is there for you to even listen to any teaching that is there available. But there is nothing like in person sitting in front of a Mahatma or a man of great knowledge and get that direct knowledge. There is nothing equal to that. Whenever you get an opportunity, do that. And that is very important. And as a temple, you constantly can have many Mahatmas to come here and give. And we all should look for those opportunities to imbibe more and more knowledge. Thereby, we will keep progressing towards our own human goal, the highest goal being discovery of the greatest bliss. Okay? Thank you so much for the opportunity that is given. You're clapping for what?
Self-realization.
Thank you, Swamiji, for the wonderful discourse. The continuation of the message you gave us yesterday. I would like to request Ramakrishna Rao Garu to say a few words summarizing Swamiji's yesterday's talk and today's talk, so that people who are not here, they can get that message, a brief message from summary of what Swamiji gave us. Hare request devotees to stay for 5 minutes.
Please sit down.
Come and have a show.
Please sit for some
Please
time.
sit for 5 minutes.
Reverend
Some courteous people walk out.
Swami Ishwarananda ji, respectful friends, ladies and gentlemen, I also recognize many seniors as well as learned people in this audience, like our Professor Kashinath, Ramurthy, Rajan, and seniors like our Das ji and Bala Rajaram and those people. They are seniors in age and knowledge. So whatever I have heard, I don't know how much I remember, but I have charted down some other points that we may be able to share. Swamiji's, always they have their name ending with Ananda. Ishwarananda, Brahmananda, Sachidananda, Sadatmananda. Probably they have attained some amount of bliss, the secret of bliss, which we may not know. That's why we request them to come and share their knowledge. We are day-to-day people, struggling morning till evening, and stuck like the little flies in the pot of a honey, not able to get out, but still enjoying a little bit of makaranda, which is maybe, may not be. So in the anniversaries like this, we do seek some advice from the learned people, and we are lucky to have this year Swami Ishwarananda ji, a senior monk, who has spent decades of life in contemplating and thinking on the truth under the efficient guidance of Swami Ishwarananda. And he has also trained some of the Swamijis, for that matter, the residential Swamiji of Chimaya Mission in San Antonio, if I understand, also spent time with Swamiji. So we are lucky to have him. Coming to a few words what he has told. Yesterday, he started his prayer with the Kshira Abdishaya. Perhaps he must have had his in mind Narayana. Probably he is in the middle of ocean, or he is Khagavagna. He started describing the word Sukha. Kha means expansion. If there is a place which is very sankuchita, concentrated, small, congested, people may not have happiness. Unless you come to a place where your mind and thoughts can expand, that itself is one stage of reaching happiness. And we started with Indriya Sukha, Mano Sukha, Atma Sukha. The happiness that we gain by satisfying our senses, sight, tongue, hearing, senses, they are very limited. And we cannot forget the example what he has given is rasgulla. Stays on the tongue. As long as it is there, it is sweet. Then once it goes into the body, depending upon the nature of the body, how it acts, we don't know. A1C may go up. Next, he gave us the impression, and he has been stressing on the point that Atma Sukha is very important for us to develop. And how to develop that Atma Sukha is, can we recognize that? Can we understand that? And he gave us a clear understanding. Atma is different than the body. We consider whatever the body feels comfortable, and that is Sukha. No. He says, think on this line. There is something beyond that, and which we call Atma, the more you try to reach that one, there it is happiness. That is the place where we are already disconnected. How to go from the body to Atma. And there are different steps. And the steps being sadhana. In that sadhana, he gave us some solution. Listening to people, satsanga. If somebody knows better than you in that aspect, listen to it carefully and adopt it and follow. Satsanga, kve nisargatva, nisargatve, nirmoha. And once that nirmoha comes in, vairagya comes in, viraga comes in, when there is no taste in the things, then you yourself, you leave it and walk away. Like the dog which is satisfied with its food, it will not fight anymore on a cloth that is dipped in the ghee. It will just leave and go. And that viraga has to come. How we develop that? He gave different steps. One of them, definitely the very easy way is prayer, visiting temples. Reading scriptures, swadhyaya, is very important because all the time we may not be able to see the realized people around us to get the guidance. At least there are books in the form of printed form or in your own time. TV or in the online books. Try to contemplate on that. Each individual has to try by himself or herself to reach the reality among themselves. You have to eat yourself to know the real taste of the mango. If somebody else is having, then you may not have that experience. Adhyatma and Atma Sukha is one of them that you need to do that. He gave plenty of quotations from Bhagavad Gita, from Tathbodha, Vivek Chudamani, all these things that he, of course, we are a little bit far away from Sanskrit, so we may not be able to understand them. But some of the stanzas, very simply, what Bhagavan has told, which he has given us very easily. Manmana bhava, keep your mind on me. Man bhakto, because this is a question of Arjuna himself. How can I have peace of mind? How I can become sthita prajna? How can be stable-minded? How can be contented? How we can be happy? And that answer, very simply, Bhagavan says, this is the easiest way, which everybody can follow. Manmana bhava, keep your mind on me. You be devoted to me. Madhyaji, whatever you do it in my name. Mam namaskuru. Wherever you see anything that is great, you think that I am standing there receiving your salutations. If you do this one, Mame Vaishyatsi Satyam De, you will reach me. And you will have a lot of happiness and peace of mind and contentment and satisfaction. In order to stress this, Bhagavan says, Satyam Te, this is true. Realization. Pradijane, repeats again, understand this. Did you? Sometimes mother will hit on the head of the child. Say, did you understand that? Pradijane, I'm telling you this one because Priyosine, I love you. Once we fall into his laps or her laps, they will not give up. The first step we need to go towards that. Then we can search for happiness. The entire world is looking for happiness, and the entire world is falling into unhappiness now. Countries, nations, people, society, families, individuals. This is the time they're really looking for. Take a step back. Listen to the people who are among us. And get the message from that. Peace, happiness is not in the crowds and noises and congested places. Go into the deep caves of your own heart. That is what the rishis did. That is the teaching of our Sanatana Dharma. Shiva himself gets into the mountain, Mount Kailas, and sits there and does the tapas. We worship him so much, we practice very little about meditation. And real, sincere, genuine meditation and going deeper and deeper, where the real happiness is. And this is the message Swamiji has brought to us in this short time for our little minds. And we are very grateful to him, and many thanks to this beautiful atmosphere which has brought this occasion to our devotees. And I wish this will spread more and more, and people make use of this opportunity again and again.
Thank you, Ramakrishna Garu. Just give a big hand, Ramakrishna Garu. I have requested Ramakrishna Garu to say a few words because he is our resident Pravachanakarta for the last 30 years. So almost every Sunday he gives us his wisdom. And Swamiji has said that nothing can beat in-person pravachanams. YouTube, of course, is very good, but we don't get that much attention. And we are so fortunate in our San Antonio that Ramakrishna Rao Garu has been giving us a lot of pravachanam for so many years. We also have been blessed with Dr. Kashinath Garu, who is here right now. He has been giving talks to us from time to time. Sri Sheshagiri Rao Garu, he has been giving us discourses from time to time. We want to thank all of them on behalf of the temple for their wisdom and their services throughout these 30 years of our temple activities. Thank you so much from bottom of all the And we also have, for the last 3-4 years, this is a sales speech by myself, because we have been doing a session called Veda Dharma. So when we don't have time to go on Sundays, we said, come on Sunday to temple. We can talk about Bhagavad Gita. We already completed 3 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. We take each slokam and then we also read what others have their interpretation, their commentaries. So because sadhana, self-sadhana is important. So not only we should listen to discourses and do pujas, but your own self-study is important. So temple is the place to come and do your spiritual sadhana. And it's a reason why I have also invited today the Art of Living, who follow Sri Ravi Shankar's teachings. We also requested Pragna and Jet, who follow Swami Chinnathiya Swamiji's teachings. All this because there are so many ways, different paths to see the same destination, the moksha. So we have to have that openness to follow whichever path you want to follow. That is the beauty of Hinduism. Follow what you want, reach the destination, which is Janma Rahitya. So we wanted to thank Art of Living, the Shantanu Tripathi ji and his group who came here today, Mudra Kankada ji and all her group members who are here. We welcome you to temple. Please feel free that this is your home. This is a home for all Hindus who also who practice Hinduism. This is your home. So please do come, and we are ready to provide you the opportunities to reach out to the community. And we successfully we have completed 2 days, almost 2 days. The big event is coming this after evening. So far, we have been participating in homas and pujas and abhishekams. So today evening, let us all enjoy the glory of Hinduism. There are going to be lots of dance events, music events. which depict the greatness of Hinduism, the teachings of Annamacharya and so many other saints, what in the common language, how they taught the philosophy and spiritualism. Today's evening cultural program is going to start around 6 o'clock. So please be there at time, and we are going to start the program with Deepa Prajwalana, and the program is going to be around 2 hours 45 minutes. So we hope to finish by 8:45ish or maximum 9 o'clock. If I talk too long, it can 9 o'clock. Somebody is going to pull me back. Hey. So and then we have a wonderful prasadam team. The Prasad Garu is here. He will be making that wonderful prasadam for everybody over there. And today's prasadam, Swami. He already told us what prasadam is going to be there. So today's prasadam has been prepared with love and devotion by Lakshmi Kintada, Chaya Patamala, Rekha Rajesh, Usha Aula, Jaya Kamaraju, Jyoti Takman, Komal Jurik, Vinay Nair, Sridevi Papadini, and Padmaja Hari. So we want to thank all of these dedicated volunteers who came today morning and make the prasadam. Please appreciate. And we want to also thank Radhika ji. Where is Radhika ji? Radhika ji, thank you so much. Radhika ji, a wonderful host to Swamiji here. And we want to thank you for also to Ganesh Ganpati ji, and you also for giving Swamiji rights wherever he wants to go. And thank you so much for that nice hospitality, nice service. This opportunity we can never get in our lives, and I'm glad you grabbed it. And thank you from the on behalf of the Los Angeles. And because this audience I may not get in the evening, so I wanted to say a few words about tomorrow's program. So tomorrow's program starts at 7:30, Suprabhatam, and then we go to have Sudarshana Panchasukta, Sridevi Bhudevi Samitra Venkateshwara Swami Homam, Sri Ramarama Tarak Homam, and Parivara Devata Mulamantra Homams, and Mahapunahuti. Then all of us will be bringing the kalashams to the main temple here, then we will be doing the Kalashabhishekam, and then we will introduce the new committee tomorrow, introduce all the devotee members and DC members tomorrow evening, tomorrow afternoon. So we will now, with much further ado, we will stand for the Mahamangal Aarti. Thank you so much. May the blessings of our Lord be all of us.
Did you want to get some prasad? I'll get you some. Yeah, today I think it was.
A nice knowledge talk, no?
Shorter.